In this video, we're going to look at the MyMaths Vectors 3 homework. So we're finding the magnitude, which is another word for length, and we're going for one decimal place, so that's telling me that we can use a calculator for each of these vectors. So I'll draw a rough sketch for the first one, but then just look at the process for the rest of them. So our vector A here is, this is not an accurate sketch at all. Our vector A is 7 right and 24 up. As you can see, my sketch is really not very good. So we've got 7 right and 24 up for our vector A. And we want to find out how long our vector A is. And that's where we come into our right angle triangle. And we're finding the length of the longest side, our vector A, which is our hypotenuse. So we're thinking Pythagoras. So these two lines on either side of A, they're this sort of notation for magnitude. And they've got the A in bold. We'll underline it because we can't really write in bold. Okay, so in order to find Pythagoras for this, we'll use square both sides and add them together because we're finding the length of the longest side. And then we know that the last step of Pythagoras is the square root. So we could put that in straight away. And that allows us to find the magnitude of our vector A and underline that for vector. Now you can just type this whole thing into your calculator or do it in stages. I might do my 7 squared plus 24 squared. So that gives me a square root of 625. And if I type that into my calculator, I get the answer 25, so no rounding required for that one. Okay, magnitude of our vector B then. It's going to be the square root of 8 squared plus, don't worry about the negative, any negative number squared becomes positive, so just write that in your bracket. Any negative number squared you should always write in a bracket. So negative 4 squared. Again, you could type the whole thing into your calculator or do it in stages. I'll do 8 squared plus negative 4 squared. And that will give you 80. Got to make sure you type that in carefully. And then we find the square root of 80. And that will give us, my calculator gives me 4 root 5, but I'm going to press my change button. That's 8.944, and to one decimal place, I know that that is 8.9. Okay, for the magnitude of C, we find the square root of negative 3 squared plus negative 4 squared. Again, that all in brackets where required. Okay, so negative 3 squared plus negative 4 squared gives us square root of 25. If you type that in carefully, and I know the square root of 25 is 5. Use your calculator to check if you'd like. And then last but not least, we've got D, and that will be the square root of negative 7 squared plus 4 squared, which gives us square root of negative 7 squared plus 4 squared gives us 65, and then press the square root button. Still gives me a square root of 65. I have to press my change button again. That will give me 8.0622, and to one decimal place, that's going to give me 8.1. The 6 pushes that 0 up to a 1. So that was finding the magnitude of those ones. The next part of the question adds in another layer to this. So we have to find the resultant vectors and then their magnitudes to one decimal place. So you take away B. We should really have a bracket there. So 5 take away 3 will give us 2. And minus 5 minus minus 1 is minus 5 plus 1, which is minus 4. So just be careful of those two negatives there. And then the magnitude of U minus V, if you had your notations right, it would be like that, equals the square root of 2 squared plus negative 4 squared. And again, type that into your calculator. 2 squared plus -4 squared equals the square root of 20. And typing that into your calculator, that gives you 2 root 5, but press my change button again, I get 4.472, and to 1 decimal place, that's 4.5 for our magnitude. U plus V, we add them this time, so 5 add 3 is 8, minus 5 add minus 1 is minus 5, take away 1, which is minus 6. Should really write that in our bracket there. And then our magnitude of U plus V is the square root of 8 squared plus -6 squared. Type it into your calculator. 8 squared plus -6 squared gives you 100, and the square root of 100 is 10. And then our last one, 2u take away 2v, a little bit more going on here. So 2u is going to be 10 and minus 10. Take away 2v, that's going to be 6 and minus 2. And then 10 take away 6 is 4, minus 10 minus minus 2 is minus 10 plus 2, which is minus 8. And then we can find our magnitude. Magnitude of 2u minus 2v, square root of 4 squared plus minus 8 all squared. 4 squared plus minus 8 squared gives us 80. We've actually had that one already, haven't we? Square root of 80 is 4 root 5, which gives us 8.944 ... and we can write that to 8.9 for 1 decimal place. So that's page 1. If we go on and have a look at page 2 now, we have some more questions here. So a point A has coordinates 4, minus 3, and A to B equals minus 5, minus 4. Find the position vector of B. So from that point A, which is 4, minus 3, if we're making that journey from A to B, that minus 5 means I'm going 5 left. And that minus 4 means I'm going 4 down. So if I think I'm going 5 left from my point A here, 5 left will bring me to -1 on your axis, if you think about that. And then 4 down, so our B will be around here. So 5 left will give us -1. And 4 down from minus 3 will be -4, -5, -6, and -7. So that is our B, which is -1, -7. And the position vector, we just write that as -1, -7. There'll be lots of different ways of doing that. I just quite like visualizing it. Totally up to you. Okay, our last question here. Given that 3a take away 2b equals 14 minus 5, and we've got what our a and b are, find 3a take away 2b in terms of m and n. So I'm going to do a bit of substitution here. I know that 3a would be 3, and we've got our 2m here. Take away 2b, 2n and 1, and we know that that equals 14 minus 5. We'll just deal with our left hand side because that's what we're being asked initially. So 3a take away 2b, 3 times by 2 is 6, 3m here, and then take away 2n and 2 equals 14 minus 5. And then just bringing those together, we'll have 6 minus 2n and 3m take away 2 equals our 14 minus 5. So that's us answering our first part, 3a minus 2b in terms of m and n, 6 minus 2n, 3m minus 2. Okay, and we want to find the values of m and n here. So we can actually just set up, we know that this top line should come to 14. So we could just set these two up separately. 6 minus 2n equals 14. So solving that, think about it like an equation. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Let's get rid of that awkward negative. Plus 2n plus 2n will give us 6 equals 14 plus 2n. Subtract your 14. Minus 14. Minus 14. So you've got 6. Minus 14. So you've got minus 8 equals 2n. And then divide by your 2. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So your n is going to be minus 4. And then we do the exact same for our bottom line there. So 3m minus 2 equals minus 5. We get our m on its own by adding 2 to both sides. So 3m equals minus 3, and divide by your 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3, and your m will equal positive negative battle, negative wins, 3 goes into 3 one time. So we've got m is negative 1. And that is you done with your vectors homework 3.